Hi, my name is Mark, and today we're going to talk about pedophile OCD. So, pedophile OCD, for those of you who don't know, is unwanted thoughts of molesting children, and a person that has them is just tortured emotionally by it. Their initial reaction or coping mechanisms have been all kind of manipulated and twisted and turned, and every time they have an unwanted thought, they think, what if I'm a pedophile? What does God think about me? Oh my God, I can't tell anybody. And, why am I having this? It must be something wrong with me. Well, there are a lot of reasons that this could come up initially. But let me calm you first and foremost by saying that science has proven that pedophiles, true child molesters, start from a young age and have hundreds of victims by the time they're 20. Okay? So if you have a sexual imprint in you, say you grew up next and you liked the girl next door, same age, and you grew up and you liked women of your age or even 18 or older or whatever, you have a sexual idea and a preference. Somehow along the line, it just got screwed up, okay? So the Indiana Institute, I believe, or OCD, says that people with pedophile OCD are actually safer to be around children with because they're so mindful. Like, everything's okay with the kid, oh my God. So it's it's a psychological mind, you know. Uh, but here we go. So the initial reaction to any sort of unwanted thought is terror and shame and guilt. And you feel like, I can't tell anybody I have these thoughts. They're going to judge me. And what if I am a pedophile? What if I am a molester? And like, I can't tell anybody. And then you worry and it turns this big complex. And then you eventually learn to dream about suicidal ideation. And you feel sick and you want to die. And, it starts happening everywhere. You're masturbating, you get an unwanted thought, and you get sick, and you run off, and you will cry, and you want to drink, and it's a learned response to negative stimulus that can be eradicated, changed, and actually helped. Okay, so the first thing you want to do anytime you have any unwanted negative thought is you need to place the right emotions in the right area. So if you have an unwanted thought of any nature, say, I'm afraid and I feel fear because the subject is scary. Not because I want it, not because I desire it. It's a scary subject. If I dreamt of a snake biting me, it's scary. I'm going to feel a little something. Okay? So you understand, you tell yourself, I'm afraid of this thought because the thought is scary. The subject is scary, not because of anything to do with me. And you remind yourself, I have OCD. Now we're going to talk about, so the emotions. So basically, when you have an unwanted thought, you may feel a lot of terror and shame and guilt. Like, oh my God, I'm so awful. It's the worst person. You're not using your emotions in the correct way. So the first thing you need to do to tell yourself, after what we discussed, is I'm not going to accept any emotions of terror, shame, guilt for something I have not done. Okay? And it's vital that you tell yourself that into response to a thought because it's not, you haven't done anything. But then you can tell yourself, if I did that action, if I did molest a child, I'm going to feel all that. And so you're, one, taking the responsibility off yourself and the weight, but you're also reminding yourself, oh my, I know it's evil, but I know what that feels like. Even though I haven't done anything, I do not want that. I do not want that. Okay, so you're going to put your emotions in the correct place, because right now they're off. You're off balance, Again, you're going to remind yourself, I'm having this because I have OCD. And now we're talking about God. How does God respond? Okay? Okay, so basically, sorry, I'm just thinking a lot, praying and stuff. But God knows that you can't control these thoughts. And I'm here to help you. God wants to help you, and there are therapists who want to help you because they're just thoughts. And smart people understand this. okay, including God. So basically, if imagine a kid goes into a church and he has Tourette's. Tourette's syndrome is when you can't control what you say, or you tics, you move, and you can't control it. So you may go into a church, he may, or she say, F you, you know, it all kind of stuff. And the pastor says, oh, no. Like, we have to respect him. He can't control this. So that's how God sees you, like that pastor. And that's how therapists see you, and people who understand you see. No, calm down. He can't control these thoughts. Not yet. Okay, so Jesus isn't going to get mad at you for unwanted thoughts. He'll get extremely mad if you did something evil like child molestation. But, and I'm not, okay, before I go on, I'm not talking about childhood sexual exploration, and I'm not saying anything about that. I'm talking about just, if you're your age and you did that, God would be like pissed, right? So, but he's not going to get angry for you for your thoughts. He knows you're not responding in the best way that's beneficial. So we've decided that the initial response was doubting the self, it was worried about God, and it was emotional misappropriation. You're putting the emotions in the wrong place. So those are the first three things that we're going to work on, okay? And that's going to do every time. You're going to write, you can write it down. Let's say every time I have an unwanted thought of any kind. 1, I don't deserve these emotions. 2, because I haven't done the action. 2, I feel scared because the subject is scary. 3, I have OCD. That's why this is happening. 4, God wants to help me and understands I can't control these thoughts. Okay? And now we're going to talk a little bit about what do you do with the imagination itself? Because the brain is tricky, okay? It can be. And so if you have an unwanted thought, say you're giving your daughter or son a bath, and you have an unwanted imagination of you grabbing his dick, or, sorry, pardon my language, right? And it's just, it terrifies you to no end. You can't say to that thought, I don't want it. You try to erase it. You can't say, don't come up. It's already come up. You're going to have to deal with the fact that it come up. You cannot change the thought. But, and here's the best part, and when you learn this, you might be able to become famous. So, you take your hand that you imagined grabbing his penis, and you turn, say, the penis into a snake, right? And then maybe the head of the penis opens up into, this interesting underwater scene, and you got, bubbles and stuff, and you take the hand and it's dolly painting, and it kind of like goes up, like this. And so you've taken the initial unwanted thought and turned it into something amazing. So you're using the same faculties of your mind that you would from the unwanted thought, but you're turning it into something beautiful. So the last thing I'll say in this video, and there's going to be another video, is you need to understand that's your response. Anytime you're around children, you're going to imagine them turning into things, or turning them, what's it called? And you can pray for them as well. So you need to turn your inner idea of yourself that's untrue into a truth. That's not what I meant. Turn the unwanted idea of yourself into something else. So right now, in your mind, you're the victimizer. So how can you repair that? You're going to turn yourself, write this down, into the healer. So you can intentionally think about ways to heal children. You could donate to causes, and it's not to calm down your guilt over thoughts, because you don't deserve guilt for the thoughts. I mean, the normal psychological guilt, it's fine, it's normal, it's healthy, but so you're going to turn your complete inner idea of yourself into something positive. So the more you start doing things that help children on any level, then the more you're going to believe you're this person, which is the truth, and we'll go on from there. So there's another video coming up, and just go ahead and watch it, okay?